quick guide to the pros and cons of going electric. We're going to be looking at things like buying and ownership costs, environmental impact, and practical concerns like charging and range. Now there's heaps to get through, so stay tuned. Let's start with the pros. Zero emissions. Electric cars have no engines. They produce no exhaust emissions. Fact. They're kind of like the yoga instructor of the car world. Quiet, peaceful, and all about the environment.
Petrol, diesel cars and hybrids, however, all pump varying degrees of nasty stuff out into the atmosphere, like carbon dioxide, nitrogen dioxide and particulates.
Now, there is some debate about exactly how environmentally friendly electric cars really are, particularly due to the mining of the minerals used for the batteries. However, and it is a big however, most experts agree that in the long run, electric cars are the least harmful option for the planet as a whole. The price of electricity has risen over recent years, but electric cars can still have very low running costs compared with petrol or diesel cars. I've lost you, haven't I? Right, okay, let's get an example. Let's use the Vauxhall Corsa, one of the UK's most popular new cars.
Driving 100 miles in the petrol version will cost you just over £11 in fuel. With the electric Corsa, you could pay as little as £1.60 to cover the same distance, if you have a home charger and use a reduced rate overnight tariff.
If you're using a public charger, it could get a bit more costly, but more on that in a bit. Many other running costs can also be lower for electric cars. Car tax or road tax is currently free for electric cars, and who doesn't love a freebie? But we've got to be quick because they're changing the rules in April 2025. So you will have to pay something, but it will still be a fraction of the rate compared to a pure petrol or diesel car. And if you drive an electric car, you can get free entry into the ultra-low emission zone in London and other clean air zones across the country. The hum of the electric motor is nothing compared to even the quietest diesel or petrol engine due to the lack of metal bits banging around under the bonnet. Electric motors are very efficient and give you all their power the moment you touch the accelerator. Most electric cars are very nippy. Yeah, that's right, I said nippy. They also have an automatic gearbox, so it's smooth and easy to drive. That's the good stuff. So what about the not so good stuff? Like for like, electric cars generally cost more to buy than the equivalent petrol or diesel car. But why? Well, it's all about the batteries. As we've mentioned, they use some rare materials that are labour intensive and expensive to produce. But the gap between prices is narrowing, and there are lots of affordable electric car options around, especially if you're buying used. The MG ZS EV is a great example because it actually doesn't cost much more than some petrol SUVs.
Charging can be a faff. If you've got a home charger, life with an electric car can be pretty much plain sailing. Plug in at night, top up with cheap rate electricity, and boom, you're ready to go in the morning.
But what about if you're not able to have a home charger, or you need to tackle a marathon trip to Cornwall or Edinburgh occasionally? That's where things can get a bit more complicated and potentially costly.
The price you pay at a public charger depends on the provider and whether it's a slow or rapid charge rate. Either way, the cost could be up to 10 times higher than if you have an off-peak charging rate at home. So, you could actually end up paying more per mile than you would for a petrol or diesel car. Then there's the inconvenience of relying on public chargers. At best, you might have to wait a couple of minutes for one to become available, and at worst, you could be stuck for hours queuing to charge. There's also the unreliability of chargers themselves, breaking or charging slower than their promised capacity.
The range of electric cars, how far they'll go with a fully charged battery, is improving with each new model that comes out, but there is still some catching up to do. The long-range version of this car, the MG ZS EV, will do about 273 miles on full battery, whereas the petrol version will do about 437 on a full tank. If you're getting a cheaper or older electric car, you could be looking at a real-world range of 150 miles or less. And this could be perfectly fine for your needs, but it could mean having to plan your journeys much more carefully than you would if you were in a petrol or diesel car. So, let's have a quick recap.
The pros: zero emissions, potential for low running costs, they're quiet and fast. The cons: they cost more to buy, charging can be a faff, range anxiety is still a thing.
Whatever type of car you're thinking of buying, applying for car finance with Carmula is easy. Just download the app and start the process. Got questions? Reach out to us. We love to chat.